Buenas a todos, bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista en The Dark Melody. ¿Qué dice Brunín? ¿Todo bien?
¿Cómo anda, Ale, querido? Bien de bien acá. Expectante bueno, entrevistar a una institución del Thrash, ¿no?
Sí, se está uniendo en este momento el señor Mark Osegueda, frontman de Death Angel, que nos visita ahora el 23 de abril en Montevideo. Así que nada, damos paso a la entrevista y charlamos.
Sorry about that. I got a little behind there.
Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. Just 2 minutes.
Both
How are
men.
you, man?
Nope. Good. How you doing?
Fine,
Doing
fine.
great, doing great.
I'm Alejandro, and this is my partner Bruno. We're from Uruguay, from the Dark Melody.
Oh, yeah.
Pleasure to have you
Really
here, man.
nice. Really nice to meet you, Mark.
Yeah. Good to meet you guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, let's get right into it. So you're returning to South America after a long time. I think it was 2010, the last time you were here. So how do you feel about returning to the continent? What can we expect from this new tour?
I can't wait. Yeah, it's been 14 years. 14
Yeah.
years since Death Angel's done a proper tour down there, and we can't wait. We are so fired up from it. I guarantee you, you can expect pure raw human energy, pure excitement, and just an unleashing of our brand of Bay Area thrash metal. I mean, we have been saying to our promoters, our booking agents for years, it's no fault of ours that we haven't been down there. We've been saying,
Yeah.
when are we going to get back down to Central and South America? When are we getting back to Latin America? When? And there was always some excuse, always some. I don't know what it was. And but meanwhile, all our friends who are in other bands are going down there and touring, but not Death Angel. So finally, it's happening, and we're more excited than anyone down there, I can tell you.
Nice, man, nice.
Morgan, you're touring again with Anthrax. I mean, you have
Yes.
in the past tour with them. Do you have a good relationship with the members of Anthrax?
Oh yeah, some of them. Charlie's one of my best friends. I love Charlie. Charlie's one of my dearest friends. But I love all the guys. We're all very, very tight. I'm tight with all those guys, including ex-members. They're a great bunch of guys. I love Frankie, Scott. God, Joey. And all of them. Johnny. Just they're all great guys. But I definitely have a really tight relationship with with the Anthrax guys. Me and Charlie have a really special relationship and a bond over music, though. Me and him really hung out a lot the many times we've toured together, and we usually bond over music. After the show, me and him will take off somewhere and just listen to music together. And
Yeah.
and I've also been fortunate enough that during the pandemic, he invited me to sing a couple song collaborations with him that made it onto his his solo record that he released. That was all the collab jams he did during the pandemic. So yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think it's fundamental to have a good relationship with your touring members for every tour or for every band, right? So
Oh,
yeah.
for sure, for sure. I mean, because you're living together, and you're seeing each other every day with them and their crew.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have someone else to work off of, because you're living on a bus with your band and your crew, and you're always with them. And sometimes it's nice to have just different energy to go along and hang out with them as well. And I'm sure it's the same goes for those bands as well. So it is. And plus, then you get festival season and whatnot, then you run into your friends, and
Yeah.
it's just it's a great thing. And the one thing that brought us all together is this incredible style of music.
Great, man, great. So, Mark, your last album was Humanicide. It was released back in 2019, so 5 years ago. So, is there any new music in the horizon for the Angel? Can you share any updates on current projects?
I can share an update. There is finally new music coming from Death Angel.
Yeah.
Finally. I mean, it's not around the corner, but we're writing. We are definitely writing, and we're in the thick of writing right now. Rob's got quite a few songs under his belt that he's written, and him for the last month or so, month and a half maybe, Rob and Will have been going to the studio a couple times a week, and Rob has been lately Rob has been demoing Will's drums for demo songs. Mm-hmm. And even just last week on Thursday, I was at Rob's house. I went to his home studio and I laid down vocals for a new Death Angel song for a demo. And so we're in the thick of it. Yeah, and that's our main focus now is writing. And probably next week is when we put that on pause for a moment to start concentrating on the live set and the tour coming up. So we'll focus on rehearsing for the tour, and then after, and we don't want to rush that because we can't wait to be back down there. But then after the tour, we'll get back here, and then we're going to go right back into writing mode. So that's the main focus, other than this Latin American tour, is writing the new record, and we're very musically very far along. And then now it's just going to be lyrics and vocals, but there's still more music to come as well. But I definitely see a new Death Angel record next year for sure.
Nice. Can't wait, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. And you also have been involved recently in the new Kerry King project. How do you feel about that? How can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I'm thrilled about it. That's how I feel about it. I'm excited as hell. I worked hard to get that gig, very hard to get that gig. And since I did, worked very hard in the studio. And then the recording experience of the record was incredible. We went to the studio with Josh Wilbur, and just the recording went great. It went great. And I think Kerry assembled a band of people he knew who could pull off the vision and what he heard in his head. And the one song has already been released, Idle Hands, from the record. The record is called From Hell I Rise. It comes out May 17th on Reigning Phoenix Music. And the album's, it's a beast. It's a savage. It is. And people are going to be wholeheartedly, I can't say surprised, as they'll be gratified. You know what I mean? It's going to surpass their expectations. And I'm very excited about it. And every bit of news that comes out, I have a lot of touring ahead of me with that as well. I know pretty much we're going to start touring for that in May, and that's going to pretty much go all the way through August for now. And we're all very excited about it. It's something we're very much looking forward to, and something I'm thrilled to be a part of. I really am.
Yeah, looking forward to that as well. So many new thrash music coming this way. So nice.
Damn right.
So as we mentioned earlier, you already toured in South America before, but this upcoming tour marked the first visit from Death Angel to Uruguay, to our country. So you know anything about Uruguay? Can you share any previous knowledge? Have you ever visited here before, outside the band or something?
I've never visited, and it's just we've been, as I said, we've been down to Latin America, but it was, God, that was even 14 years ago for a proper tour. Yeah. And I remember when we saw that Uruguay was coming up, it's like, oh my God, this is our first time ever. Yes. And so we get so excited when, we get to go to someplace for the first time. And I know from what I've heard, there hasn't been a great deal of metal thrash shows there. And it's been happening more as of recently from what I heard. And so I would imagine whenever that's the case with a place, that the fans tend to be much more rabid, and that's what we like. And we feed off that energy. So I think it's just going to be, it's definitely one of the shows that we're extremely looking forward to, because I think we're a band that definitely feeds off of the energy, and I think the energy is going to be fantastic, coming from the crowd, getting thrown at the crowd by the band because of their fucking energy. It's going to be all reciprocated. It's going to be beautiful.
It's going to be killer. Because
yes,
killer mosh pit. Yeah. Nice.
Something we always like to ask on our interviews: what kind of music are you currently listening to? What bands you are listening nowadays?
It's kind of crazy because my music taste is all over the map, and I listen to everything, from, I mean, because on my walks, I just put my iPod or my phone on shuffle and I just go, and it can be from contemporary music to classic music, and I've said this before, it could go one song, it could go from John Coltrane to Carcass to Patsy Cline to Satyricon to, you know, it'll go back and forth to, you know, of course, classic Black Sabbath to Havoc to it's just everything in between, to Earth, Wind and Fire, to Elton John, to, you know, Vatane, you know, like literally
Everything.
just, yeah. I love music as long as they're coming from the heart and they mean it. If it affects me and I know that they you know, it's true and it's passionate, that's what I'm listening to, you know? Yeah.
Something like a true music fan. We're all music fans here, so we get your
of course you got to. And the great thing about that is subconsciously, being a creator of music as well, it's not something you do consciously, but somehow it could work its way into just making your style of that music, like my Death Angel style of thrash metal, just give it that much a different like personality, a different little bit of, you know, its own thing. Because subconsciously, the more open-minded you are to stuff like that, it'll work its way into your creative process. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Of course, man. So to wrap it up, is there anything you'd like to say to our South American and Uruguayan fans about the upcoming dates?
Yeah, I just say that Death Angel's coming back to Latin America after 14 years, and we're coming to Uruguay for the very first time. We can't wait, and we're going to deliver Death Angel's style of Bay Area thrash metal from just a fiery version of it. We have a well-rounded set. I guarantee you it's going to cover the spectrum from ultra-violence all the way through humanicide, and it's going to be vicious. It's going to be vicious.
Nice, man, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
We're going to be there front row, moshing, enjoying.
Yes!
Thank you for your kindness, for your coolness, and see you on 23rd of April, thrashing hard.
I look forward to it. Thank you, brothers.
Bye,
See you,
man.
Mark. Thank you very much.
Cheers. All right.
Bueno, ahí pasaba Mark Osegueda de Death Angel. Qué buena onda, ¿no, Brunito? Qué bien.
Oh, qué buena onda, qué buena onda. Ojalá todos fueran así de buena onda.
Sí, la verdad
¿Qué
que
pasa?
daba para seguirla, pero bueno, queremos mantener las entrevistas cortitas, pues después yo tengo que subtitular y es un tema.
Sí,
Pero
sí,
bueno,
aparte ahora tenemos alguna más también, ¿eh?
tenemos alguna más. Bueno, nos vemos ahí el 23 de abril, seguramente hagamos algún videito también de Anthrax, alguna cosa para hacer previa. Así que
Sí, sin
estamos
duda.
ahí. Nos vemos en el próximo, que la medida oscura nunca se apaga.